Welcome back again to Real Talk with your girl Natoya Perkins. I want to say thanks again to all my subscribers, my supporters who have always been watching my show. Well, I hope it's a TV show, but thanks for always supporting me and so forth. So today our topic is going to be love and relationship. All right. And love and relationship is something that a lot of persons want and aspire to have. But sometimes we have the mishaps and the misunderstandings. So today we are going to be talking about love and relationship with our guest today. Before I continue, I want you to like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the box, and go ahead and share it with your friends so they can join in with the romance today. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Real Talk with Natoya Perkins. All right, welcome back to Real Talk. I'm your host Natoya Perkins, and with us today we have the calls. So say hi to the people. Cool. So they're going to be talking about their love life, their relationship, how they met, and all the rigmaroles that we all have. We want to know people business. The Jamaican thing. Tell me a business. I need to know more. And the more you talk, is the more they sit and take away everything. So let's just get right into it. Tell us, Mr. and Mrs. Cole, about your single life. What was it before you met each other?
Ms. Perkins, thank you for having us tonight. My single life was completely fun. I enjoyed it. I loved it. I really had fun in my singleness until I started to become a Christian. My journey to become a Christian, my single life was more like, focusing on God and following the part of God, because I was dating someone before, living with someone actually before, until I came into Christendom. And here I am today.
Wow. So Mr. Cole, go ahead. What was your life like as a single man while she was out there enjoying single life?
For me, growing up, I've always been in church.
Okay.
So my single life was pretty much what you would consider altar boy setup. But altar boy with the ability to be flirtatious and so forth. For me, I never really, I wasn't the type who liked to do things in the open. Most of my stuff was behind.
Sneaking.
Yeah. So, even though I was,
altar boy,
I still had, I think one time I had about 3 girlfriends. I think something to that effect. But it was nothing serious. We talked and enjoy each other's company and so forth. But for me, it was mostly church.
Was the church? Okay. How did you guys meet, and were there any instant connection?
Well, for me, even though I was out there in the world, Christ was always a part of my life. I always go to the church that he attended, that he was a member of. Whether they have crusade, I like the far journey. Whenever they have beach trip and just about anything, I would be there supporting, giving my 100%. God is not just for the Christians.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the unsaved are there, and he's draw them near. For me, it was, I liked him before he liked me.
Wait, tough.
I remember telling him that, some like you, I like you. And his statement back to me was that it not gonna work.
Because him have 3 on the side already, so you can't give it 4.
I never knew this. But I said to him, okay, no problem. And I went back to my regular life. But it now go work.
A woman's intuition, she talk it straight. So Oral, tell us your story. What's your side of the story?
I think it was when we had a convention when she came to church uh, at a convention. As I said, we did have that friendship, so we communicated with one another. Most of the time, we were, having good communication and stuff. But I think one of the meetings that we had, um, it caused me to wanted to know her more than just a friend. And from that instant, we started going out. We try to be adventurous. Mostly, we usually actually hang out by Devanos and just sit down and talk and
Famous never knows.
dream and stuff like that. But it was really, I think it was some 15 years ago.
Yeah.
We had a service, and from that service, there were some criteria that were being shown by her that draw my attention. And from then, uh, I am very, what you would say now, I think a lot, so I don't like to rush into things. So I then started to see what type of person she was by, talking to her and learning about her past and what interests she has. And from then we've been communicating well with one another. We never had no problem having conversation. Sometimes we're on the phone for like hours. And I leave her when she go home, and I end up at home and I call her. Back then, digital usually run the free nights and stuff.
Yeah,
So
I remember those days.
on the phone talking, and it's like you can't finish until you start drop asleep, and then you start sleep. And they say, anyway, this is something. It was something to that nature.
So Mr. Cole, tell me, you said there were some criterias because she weren't a Christian. Was you a Christian then? No. But there you were hanging out as just friends. But there is something I've always wanted to find out, and I'm sure the audience want to know. What is that thing? Because there are criteria, but there must be that one thing that says, this is my wife. What was that instant? Because male tend to have that. They will take a long time, as you say, to get to a decision. But what is that one thing that says no?
Right. For her, she's a people person. Right? But she's very loving, very fun loving. Is somebody, if you're around her, you can't be sad in some sense, because if she notices that you're having like a bad day, she wants to try her best to make it better for you. And she dispelled this thing about her that I saw in my mom. She put her all into something. It doesn't matter who the person is. And I can tell you, if she's doing something for you and her heart is in it, you will love it. There's no way you can come to her and say to herself, this wasn't done well. That's the person that she, exemplified. And the same thing with my mother. My mother will take her last and give it away.
Right.
And she possesses that. Even was not walking with the Lord at the time. And those criteria kind of draw my attention, because it's not that I was looking for a wife at the time, but the fact that we developed a relationship through friendship. Right? As I said, we were talking for hours and so forth, and it just created this bond that provided you with a solace, peace, that when you're within the company of the person, nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Everything is, the world could be tumbling down, but you couldn't, you pretty much could not be in the presence of the person.
Talk
Even though
about me,
things
huh?
are,
Wow.
Talk
yeah, I
about
think
me, huh?
that's
But that's good that you could after all this time you are married, you can still remember the
yeah.
reason, because some persons still don't know. They're like, oh, say a whole heap of stuff, but what is that thing that pull you to her? Because we know a lot of times it is really rare that
Yeah.
somebody have that special connection with the person. So you guys have been together. How long was what age were you at the time when you met each other? And how long was the courting and the dating?
Because I was
28.
25.
She was 25.
Yeah. That's when we met.
That's when we met.
You
That's
met
when
in
we-
church at
At
25 and 28.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And the relationship went about 10 to about 11 years before we
Wow.
right?
Wow. 10, 11 years for us friends.
As friendship. Yeah. Yeah.
And then in the 13th year or the 12th year, when you start feeling that.
In about the 11th year around.
I think he's not calculating.
No,
properly.
because
Karen
it
is
will
Karen.
make me 38.
Karen wedding was 15 years ago.
Right.
That was our first actual friendship date. Let me tell you, our first actual date was my best friend wedding, and they have been married for 15 years. That was our first date as friends. I was going but didn't have anybody, so I said, you want to come with me? That was the first friendship date at a wedding, all decked out. I'm not going to forget that one. I don't remember the age, but I remember that was the first, because my friend liked him too, as in she liked him for me.
Okay.
Like, when you like somebody, you tell your friend name and stuff.
Yes.
She said, you better beg him to come in, because once the two I wanted to get. That's where that one was. So we have saw each other for 15 years, as in wanting to know each other more. Our friendship was 15 years solid before.
And then the courtship and dating lasted for how long?
The courting was about 4 years.
Yeah.
I think it was 4 years.
4 years. Oh.
4 years.
I'm thinking that is a long while.
Yes. Yeah.
So why did it take so long after 15 years? You already know everything. You don't know what was in the mix that caused you to take 4 years to ask her to marry you.
Everybody say it was, but to be honest, I don't, as I said before, I don't rush into things. So I think and I practically was actually seeing whether or not she was patient to handle my mentality.
So it a bust out now, it bursting out Suzette.
That's pretty much what.
No, I kind of knew.
Because I advise her on certain things where I'm concerned, where me personally is concerned. So I don't really just jump into things. That thing, she became impatient at one point. Very, very
impatient.
Eventually.
Even after I've said to her, hey, it's possible for us to do something, but I wouldn't like to do it like right now. I was saying it could do another year instead of doing it this year. And it's like saying that caused her to break down, and she know I don't like to hear right.
I was done.
Tears.
I was done. Not another year. I was done.
15, 16, 78, almost like 20 years. And you want another year. Oh,
because
I was done.
You had things in mind to accomplish before doing that leap and so forth. But she decided that if it's not going any further, that would have been.
That was it. That was the last straw for me. I said, listen, if it's not now, that's it.
Yeah.
And we had a big argument that time. And I said, just go and about your business. Leave me alone. Me don't want to see you. So, and then the following week, I think I was being tested though. That's
by him or by God?
By him. Me and God already have that conversation. From him. So the following week was when he got down on one knees.
Oh, wow. So, you know what? We don't want to break the side break anymore. So, this is what we're going to do. We say we're going to take a break right now. When we come back, we will be talking more on the Cole's love stories. It was a pleasure, Mr. and Mrs. Cole, to have you. I've learned a lot, and I'm sure everybody who is going to be watching this is going to be learning a lot. So, that's a wrap, guys. And thanks for joining. My supporters, please remember, go ahead and subscribe to my channel right down there. Yes, click that button. And I want you to like this video, share it with a friend, share it somebody who you know is married, who you think is about to get married, or somebody who is aspiring to be married. Go ahead and do that. And listen, leave a comment in the chat box for Mr. and Mrs. Suzette Cole. Show them some love in there, no? Yes, show them some love. And we'll see you next time on Real Talk with your girl